All right, we're back. It's been a while since our last video here, and we've been busy. I think the last video, the pole had gone in, so we got a new pole. It's just sitting in the ground right now, not doing a whole lot, as you can see. But that will eventually be our service line. They'll tie in and continue that conduit up to it, tie it off, and run down this 3-inch line, service to a transformer that is behind me. Now the 2-inch line here is going to get run up the pole, probably just about as far as it is, just leave it there. But that is for like cable and telephone and kind of low voltage data stuff. So those two lines coming from the pole, new pole at the street, right on the corner of our property actually. And this is all running behind the barn. Run up here. We gotta continue filling sand in here, but we're gonna have to backfill so that the excavator can get here to do this sand. So I'm hoping that they'll allow us to kind of do it one phase at a time. Understand that we don't have access. So here they start splitting. This is low voltage data. This is our service. And right here you can kind of see the outline. This is going to be a square pad. This is where a transformer is going to live. It's just off the edge of the old road. This is the old road about here. So it's kind of in the grass by the old road. And so power from the street comes in here. It's going to come in and go to the transformer, and then it's going to feed, the transformer will feed 3 separate lines to this pedestal. So on the other side of the pedestal, these 3 big pipes here are feeding 1, 2, 3 different meters. So these 2 here are supposed to be 1 meter, but you can't get a 400. We are required to have 400 amps of service based on load calcs and stuff at the house. And you just can't, like, there's a 9 to 12 month waiting period for those. So they're not here, they're not ready. And so we're just waiting. In the meantime, we're gonna see if it's okay for us to put 2 200 amp services in. And if not, we'll end up sneaking this one over here and doing a 400 amp right there. This other one, this 3rd line coming from the transformer, is going to be mounted on the other side of this, and it is going to be for service. You can see it's coming back down around to the barn. So right now we've got the overhead line right here and that telephone pole there, but when they come to hook all this up, they're disconnecting the telephone pole and all the way back to the street and the transformer that's out there, taking it off the house, like all of it. It's all coming down. So that's likely to happen before we're done in the house. And I will still need the shop. So it was important that we run this in. So coming in here, we're also running a 2-inch line here because we figure data's not going to hurt anything out in here. And we also went pretty deep. We're 4 feet, just over 4 feet deep out here, right in that area there, because we may be expanding the barn. We may take this little lean-to section off and do a true 2-car garage kind of facing the field, facing this way. And just extend that upper roof line over the whole thing. That'll give us more area to put. This is a south-facing roof here. And that'll give us more south-facing roof line for a solar panel someday. And then we can use this line to be kind of a battery backup, or a backup to the house. But anyway, we're going all the way in there and into, oh, I guess I left the door open. We can take a look. We're going in here because the main panel for the barn is just on the other side of this wall. That'll allow them to come up and out of here, feed that main panel, and be up and running in a day. This again is going to be probably internet, because our cell reception is so bad. If I put internet out here and I've got internet at the house and wireless Wi-Fi going both places, basically the whole yard becomes usable Wi-Fi calling. And that's our hope, is that we can, it's not like I'm going to be watching TV in here or anything. There's no real reason for cable. But telephone maybe someday, maybe a security system or something, I don't know. It's just easy enough to run the 6 or 8 lengths of pipe that it requires and have the option later to get some low voltage power down here. So on the far side, that's all service. That's going to be like meters, basically 200 amp meters. There'll be 1, 2, 3, and we've got those secured, and that they were hard to get. On this back side, this is all the low voltage 2-inch, and that is going to be coming from the street. And then this one goes out to the house, and then this one goes to the barn. And so they'll have to put some kind of box or some flexible conduit or something to bring a splitter in, I'm hoping. I don't want to have to pay for 2 lines to go in 2 different directions. I think that's something that they can do out here without power. But we'll find out. We got a lot of other things more important going on. But I am going to remember to go ahead and label all of these before we backfill, and we'll know exactly where each tube goes. Again, that's the transformer, main line in, and then these 3 coming off the transformer, feeding the meter sockets on the other side of this wall. And then we run down, I don't think I can get through here anymore. Then we run down this area here. And that's all trenched right next to the, well, 4 feet away or so from the well line. You can see the well just sticking up there. The well is under this pile all the way into the house. Actually, that got connected. I'm not sure I had a video on that. But we put that in just the other day. Both electrical and water. So this has been sanded. That section there has not been sanded. Same reason we can't get to it. We're kind of landlocked here. And they've been popping rocks out of the field with their spare time, which is fantastic. I might be able to mow next year without destroying my mower. But these are the 3 lines. So 2 of these, it's 200 amps here, 200 amps there, and the 2 3-inch conduit runs. And the center is cable, data, telephone, whatever. They'll run all the way in. This will be kind of under the driveway. And we're coming into the corner of the house. So when they come out and they cord these, it gets drilled and it breaks out. So first thing we did was air seal around these pipes to make sure that all of our efforts elsewhere in the house are not going to go to waste. And then they're coming back tomorrow. Once this is more set up, they're going to use some hydraulic cement over the whole thing and then spray it with this kind of black rubberized stuff as well. And then we'll be ready to backfill once the inspector gets out here and says everything is good. But that's been the bulk of my headaches in the last couple of weeks. What else is going on? Lots of dirt piles and difficult times to just get anywhere. But basement's coming along. We're almost done air sealing down there now. And we got floors. So floors going down in the kitchen. Kitchen is basically done. So we're avoiding this strip here because it's going to be under cabinets. and we're just going to use kind of scraps. We do want to use the real floor in here, but we want to make sure that the nicer stuff gets used where we can use it. You can see that it's very, it's uneven in places, sticking up quite a bit. So they're gonna have to scrub sand this hard to get it all leveled out. They're setting all the nails real deep, and they'll all get, after they sand this kind of the final time, or the time before the final time, we'll fill all of the little imperfections with some like black wood filler or epoxy or something. I think just wood filler will be fine, but it'll be tinted black, so it'll just kind of all be kind of uniform and fade away. It's looking good in here. This is kind of the vibe of the house again. It really is. Between the doors and these floors, as kind of gnarly as they are still right now, it's feeling like the real place again. So this is all the narrower stuff that we've used here. We haven't really started using the big wide boards until now in the hallway. So we're going to transition to the wider stuff. You can see we still have all of this wider stuff. We're going to try to do the hallway and through here and get this room going. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to finish it out or not, but it'll be close. We will need more flooring in the front of the house, and I think I have a source, so we'll be getting that soon. And as soon as that all gets sanded, that initial kind of pass, that leveling pass, then we can take all the cabinets in and start installing cabinets. And that's really what we're pushing towards for this initial the initial flooring job here. So let's see how far they went. Did they go into the closet? They did not go in this closet. This is where the transition to our tile will go, basically under the door, which will be perfect. And let's just check. I'd asked them to make sure that full tile was gonna fit. Oh yeah, that'll be like that, full tile, and then we can pull that out. We'll have lots of room because that's right now under the drywall, and we don't need to be that far in. So that's gonna be just about perfect. Right there, right in the middle. It's gonna look beautiful. Did he do in the closets? We did. So the laundry is in, looking good. We ended up doing this just because they started it, and then I just decided we're gonna do a tub underneath the washing machine, and then actually we can bore a drain downstairs and pipe it over to the sump pump. It's probably a better plan anyway, because if water just gathered on top of the tile, it was gonna...
You expecting anything? There's another turnaround.
No.
Here's the thing.
Oh, cool.
I noticed when I was out back, the third floor window in the dormer is slightly ajar.
Okay.
I
shut
just
that
wanted to
before
let you
you-
know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me, but.
Yep.
Starting to, well, I gotta sit and wait, but I don't know. What time is this unlocked, or is somebody here?
It hasn't been locking very well at all, so
Not
it'll
locked.
probably be not locked tonight at all.
Okay. If hopefully the lift gets here, I may consider coming here super early, but it's supposed to be in the 30s tonight, so I don't know if I.
It'll be a lot of dew in the morning.
I know. Well, no, not only that. It's just I can't go below 40 degrees. But just in case he's late or doesn't show, I want to be here and get going with the lift. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not going to confirm.
I'll be here by 8:30. I gotta drop kids off at school and
Right.
stuff.
We'll sort it out. Hopefully he comes.
Okay. These guys, the flooring guys, will probably be here 6.
Yeah, I saw him leave at like 2 when
He
or
comes
1.
super early.
Yeah, whatever. All right, I'm just going to be wrapping up. So.
All right.
Okay.
That was the painter. And they did do the floor in here too. Looks good. So this will all get sanded out shortly. Maybe tomorrow. I know that this was the push to get to this point so that we can move stuff out of the front rooms and really gauge how far this is going to go. But it's pretty clear to me that we're going to be able to do this hallway, and we might actually be able to do this hallway, maybe up to the front of the stairs or something. But that's probably about it. This really didn't go as far as I had hoped. It wasn't as much coming out of the mill as we had hoped. I mean, it's still stacked, 5, 6 deep here, so there's a lot more than it kind of looks like spread out like this. But it's not doing the whole downstairs, that's for sure. So we got to determine what we do with what we've got. And for now, it's going to be this hall and into the family room, at least hall width. And then I've got a source on Craigslist that says it's got 12 to 16 inch wide pine floors that really just look just like this. Well, the pictures are nicer, so my guess is there's going to be some of this in there as well. But it's not cheap, and I don't want to order a lot extra. So this is what's going on. I'm trying to move forward with the big important things like cabinets that are holding other trades up. So hopefully we'll get them sorted soon and start going on everything else. Tile guy, I'm after him to come back. We're definitely going to do the wood flooring in here, and this is the kind of hall closet, the main closet. So they got to do in there still. But that'll all be small stuff, the scraps and stuff on the side here or around the corner. So I think that's all that's new, other than the truckloads and truckloads of sand. Our septic is never ever gonna fill. We must have 20 truckloads of sand. It's gonna be a healthy septic for a long time. So hopefully this week that gets put in and the pipe gets put in to the tank and all the trenches get filled in and we can actually work around here again. But until then, I'll keep working and you keep waiting for a new video. That seems to be the deal. All right, take care.